Hey there, it's Coach C, and welcome to the Daily C with Christine Nielsen. Your daily shot of vitamin C, inspiration, motivation, and some coaching. Today, I want to talk about being out there on the skinny branches and really risking yourself. So many of us don't go for it, and we leave it on the table for fear of what if it doesn't work out? What if we get our heart broken? What if we get rejected? What if someone says no? What if they don't want us? And it doesn't matter whether it's business, relationships, anything that you want in life, you will face the fear of being rejected or the fear of the unknown. You will face something, fear of failure, all of those things. It will come up. As a human, it will come up. And the worst thing for us is to be rejected. We feel lonely, we feel rejected, and we take it personally. Here's the reality. If you're not on the court and you're not willing to take a risk, you will never know. You will, leave it on the table, and then you'll have regrets. I don't know anybody, people that often say what's, on their deathbed, if they ask people what they regret the things they didn't go for. They regret, risking it all and looking like a fool. They regret not telling someone how they felt. They regret letting that person walk out of their lives. They regret not going for it. And I shared earlier on in a couple of videos that there were things that I didn't go for because I was afraid. And all of those fears, they don't matter. They're made up. You will get your heart broken. It will get messy. You won't get that job. You won't get that acceptance. There's going to be stuff, but you won't know if you don't try. You won't know if you don't try. And if you're not willing to be out on the skinny branches of life trying every single day, then you're living to die. You're not living your life now in fearlessness and taking bold steps and taking risks and facing the challenges. Listen, are you going to have circumstances that you don't want in your life? Yes. Every single one of us has circumstances that, we have to challenge ourselves. We have to change our perception of those things. But if you're not willing to risk yourself and you're not willing to put yourself out there, then you're sitting on the sidelines. And if you're sitting on the sidelines, you're an observer of your life. And you might be journaling your life and you might be telling a story about your life, but you're not really in your life. And there's a difference between being an observer of your life and being in your life, risking everything. One of my favorite quotes this past couple of weeks is, if you're not even in the arena, I don't want to hear your opinion. And it's true. If you're not on the court or you're not in the rink or you're not in the arena, your opinion is irrelevant because you're not up to something that is greater than your fears, that is greater than what your self-limiting beliefs are. And today was just this extraordinary day. I had the opportunity, I had some things to do with my daughter, some medical things we had to do. And then, I met some really incredible people for lunch, some entrepreneurs and business owners from across the GTA, from Toronto and from Ottawa and Montreal, connecting and making things happen. And then I had the chance to work with one of my favorite clients and really just push through those fears and really get into action. And then, it's late. I've just gotten home and I just realized that if I don't share this enthusiasm for taking risks and failing forward, and I had a call with a friend today and I talked about some of the problems that I have in my business and some of the challenges, and he helped me just, even if he didn't have a solution, it was the opportunity to share that problem with another person and say, this is what I'm faced with, this is what I'm up against, and here's my challenges. And just knowing that you have that and being willing to be vulnerable. I think sometimes I'm so tenacious and I just want to drive through things. I'm not always vulnerable. And people think that I have everything together and that it's all working out just perfectly. Well, guess what? We all have different problems. It doesn't matter how successful you are. There is still stress in life. There are still issues. There are problems. There are things circumstances that you are beyond your control or that you don't like. And we're all faced with different sets of those things. No matter what it is, no matter what yours is, no matter what mine is, the more willing I am to share that and to be vulnerable and to let people in so that they can contribute to me, the more power I seem to have when I like look at circumstances from a different lens, or I get some guidance on what's the right conversation do you think in this situation. And then, really the next thing is like, life is so precious and it is so short. And if we don't take those risks and risk it all, you will never know. And I don't mean gamble. I don't mean throw your life away or gamble for something. I really mean take a risk and be willing to stand for yourself and tell people what you want and go for it. So that's the Daily C. And if you want to, continue to watch us, follow us on YouTube. This is the Christine Nielsen YouTube channel. You can catch us on Instagram under Coach C or Contrast Results Group, or you can catch us on Facebook under Christine Nielsen Contrast Results Group, or on LinkedIn, same names, Nielsen, Coach C. Signing off with the Daily C and our YouTube challenge for the 2020 year, the beginning of the year. It's not a long challenge, it's a short challenge.